Hey friends, welcome back to Not Quite Homesteading. Today we're doing an early morning harvest, and I just wanted to show you guys what we are still harvesting from summer in October, plus the new things that we're starting to pull. So the first thing I'm going to pull off is some limes for my key lime, and I did wait until it got pretty yellow. So this is a ripe key lime. Now it is pretty hard, I will say that, but key limes, well, limes in general, when they are ripe, are actually yellow and not green. We get them at the unripe stage, typically in the grocery store, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull a few of these. These things contain so much juice when you cut them open, even when they're small, just like this. You actually really be surprised at how much juice is in them if you've never cut open a key lime. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one too, even though it's still pretty tiny. Of course, we are still harvesting peppers. And I have some dragonfly visitors in my garden. We have lots of green bells under here, which these are actual green bell plants. I found it interesting that these are growing like this. I don't know what's up with the late season peppers, but this is essentially what they do. And I'm hoping that these come off easily, because I do need to water. While I don't think the soil is super dry or anything, it's definitely on its way. It's been a little bit since I've watered. And I'm finally at the place, y'all, where I'm going to start pulling out plants. So that is why I wanted to show you guys one more time what we are actually harvesting from the summer garden. But some of these plants will be coming out. That'll probably be my next garden vlog for sure, because it's time to get some of my brassicas, they're at the transplant ready stage. I broke that, so I'm gonna have to use that. But they're at the transplant ready stage, and I definitely want to get them in the ground while we're still having pretty decent weather, so that they can pick up on their growth just a little bit. But this bed right here that I'm picking out of will be the absolute last bed that I pull, as far as all the summer stuff goes. And that's really just because I want to harvest as many peppers as I can while I have the opportunity to do so. I have a Scotch bonnet plant in here that I cannot even identify where it's at for real, but I didn't know that I actually planted a Scotch bonnet plant on that side. So it hasn't really put on a ton of peppers, but something made a cocoon on here. Yeah, it hasn't put on a ton of peppers, but every so often one will pop up, and I guess that's just because it's not getting the room it needs to really take off or anything, but I'm okay with that. So we're still harvesting Scotch bonnets, of course, and I'm pretty sure I have way more Scotch bonnets than I need, but we'll figure something out with them. I have some red bells on this side. Now I will say the peppers on this plant don't really look as shiny as they could, so I don't know what that means as far as maybe the overall health of the plant. I mean, it's still producing. I pulled off a whole leaf section. Didn't mean to do that. And then of course I have unwanted banana peppers over here. I don't even know if I'm really going to use these, to be honest. And I only say that because they just look a little, they don't look their best. So I have some peppers hiding out under here. This plant really didn't do much of anything either because it was kind of crowded out by the eggplants over here. And then on this side, we have lots of bell peppers. This pepper has been red for a few days and it is far past the point of needing to be harvested. We have some that are turning red, and I probably could have left this one too, but they still have a little hint of green in them. So those I'm gonna leave because I'm really trying to hold on to, broke that vine too. I'm really trying to hold on to peppers so that they can be used fresh. As much as I'm doing preservation and putting them up. So we have some serranos here that are due for picking. And I was like, I don't always see all the serranos because they just kind of blend in sometimes. But the serrano plants have done so well. And with that basil out the way, I can actually see where I'm trying to dig. So that's nice too. And then I have some poblanos that are actually growing in here also. I have some red serranos on the other side. But I have some poblanos that are growing in here also. And I guess they will get to where they need to get to. Oh no! I almost lost the peppers, y'all. I have some more bell peppers hiding under here. Those are my sweet sunrise peppers. But yeah, I really couldn't have asked for like a better pepper harvest this year for my first year growing peppers. Now, I hope that next year I can find as much success because I know things can sometimes just go left really quickly. And what you thought you did good with, you won't do good with the following year. I know that there's some peppers in here that I'm missing for sure. I'm gonna pull these. Oh, I see two hanging there that are a nice size. And it's also hard to feel with these gloves on too, but I definitely need my gloves to go digging. That's just me though. So on this side, of course, we have Anaheim peppers that are still kind of going strong. Oh, the heck, something got me, almost fell. And I think I've harvested more Anaheim peppers than I really know what to do with. Those were kind of like a new pepper to me for this season. These are arbol chili peppers. These plants put on so many of these. Like if I need to grow an arbol chili pepper next year, I will definitely only be growing one plant. I'm thinking that I probably won't even need to grow one. I'm pretty sure this is a cayenne, but it's not fully grown. I probably won't even need to grow these next year though. So there are some peppers that I might take a break from next year because I hardly think that I'm going to be able to go through all of these peppers. I'll probably end up even having some of like the basic like bells and such left over too, but I'm definitely still gonna grow bell peppers. My basket is full. I haven't even gotten to my Thai chili peppers yet, and then I still have more arbol chili peppers inside in the middle. So I'm gonna pull these off, and I think I'm going to leave the rest of these peppers for tomorrow. Obviously I won't record that, I'll just come out and grab them, but I do want to go ahead and grab some of these beans because we're finally getting Kentucky Wonder pole beans over here, and the spiders are trying very hard to make webs around my beans. So I want to go ahead and pull this. This one is like nice and long. That is like a full size nice bean. Now I don't know if that is too big. I hope that it's not, but we have quite a few under here that are growing in, so this won't be a ton of beans for sure that I'll be picking today, but this is really just kind of the start of it. This one had a, oh no, I pulled off two. I pulled off the baby. This one had a spider web attached to it, and I was just like, okay, the spiders really are trying to like take over the garden. I don't know if they're trying to set themselves up for like fall and stuff, but they're gonna have to find somebody else, you know, find somebody else. I don't mind them being here and being helpful, but when you start getting in the way, I think it's time for us to come to a different kind of agreement. So I'm actually getting some pretty good ones. I think this is probably the size that I really should be looking for. I think the other ones will be fine, but these really are putting on some nice size here. So I'm gonna pull these off. And I have one kind of laying in here. Really nice. So I'm so excited to get these because I have been struggling to grow green beans the entire time I've been gardening. So I'm hoping that next year I can do a little bit better. I have some ideas around the things that I want to do and the things that I want to change, you know, as far as like growing practices or methods, but we'll cross that bridge, I guess, when we get there and see, you know, if some of those things do make a difference. So we still have some more beans on here. I'm gonna pull this one because it just doesn't look as great. Like it looks like it's struggling a bit, but I will leave the rest of them and let them size up a little bit more. Maybe by tomorrow, and after I water today, I can come out and they'll be ready. But that's all I'm gonna pull off. You guys can see we have some squashes growing. Not very many, probably not enough to justify having 2 or 3 plants take up an entire 4x8 bed, but right now we're just letting things go how they go. I'm sure I have some Capitano beans in here that might be ready. I've been going back and forth about pulling this bed all together because the beans just were struggling. I will talk, I guess, a little bit in the garden vlog about me planting marigolds with bush beans and some things that I think happened in doing that. But that is all I'm gonna do for today, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick morning harvest and seeing what we are still harvesting from summer in October. I appreciate y'all for spending time in the garden with me today. As always, don't forget to check out the affiliate links in the description box below. Let's keep learning, sewing, and growing together, friends, until our next garden update. Bye.